Hey guys, we're going to do Wednesday for your DMR number 34. So number 1 says that the tree diagram shows the results of flipping a coin twice. What is the probability that the coin will land on heads both times? Okay, so this is saying if you flip the coin, it lands on heads. And if it lands on heads, then you flip it again. You have the choice of it landing on heads or tails. Or you can flip it the first time and it might land on tails, and then when you flip it a second time, it can land on heads or tails. So looking here, it looks like you have 4 total options. And the probability of getting a head both times, so head and head, here it is, head and head. So it looks like only one of the 4 different outcomes will land on heads both times. Okay, if you have anything different, just let me know, all right? All right, number 2, Joshua's class made a line plot of their favorite sports. How many students liked soccer and football? So we are going to add soccer and football, and I'm assuming that X equals 1 student. I don't see a key. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Looks like there are 12 students who like soccer and football. Okay, number 3, see if you guys can see that. Number 3 says, what would the value point of C be on the number line below? So really, we need to find a fraction or a decimal that comes in between 1/3 and 83 hundredths. So I'm going to just go ahead and change 1/3 is 0.333 repeating. So is 25 going to come in between 33 and 83? No. 25 would maybe be over here on the number line, so that doesn't fit. Let's go to 85 really quick. 85, I would say, would be about right here, a little bit more than 83, so that doesn't work because remember, we're focusing on what goes in the middle. Okay, so 4/5. 4/5 as a decimal is 8/10 or 80 hundredths. And then 5, 6 you can find by typing in 5 divided by 6, and that is 0.833 repeating. So which one seems to be more in the middle point between the two? I would say B. I would say that 0.8 or 80 would go there, and then a little bit more past that would be 83. And then 83.33 is going to be like right here. So B seems like the best answer. All right, let's move on to number 4. Number 4 says Pete ran 8 and 46 hundredths every day for 3.2 days. How many miles did he run in all? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take his distance, and I'm going to multiply that by days. All right, I want you to notice that when I'm multiplying the decimals, I do not line them up. I just line up the place value. So 2 digits, 2 digits. Or I'm sorry, I line up the digits, not the place value. Okay, and then I'm going to multiply. So you can do it a couple different ways. You can bump the decimal out. Okay, so this is 2 places and this is 1 place. And then you just multiply like you normally do. You could even set up the box, or you could do it the traditional way. For time's sake, I'm just going to type it in the calculator. So it's 8.46 times 3.2. And that got me 27 and 72 thousandths of a mile. And it looks like I have 1, 2, 3 decimal places. 1, 2, 3. Let me see if I can show it to you really quickly. So 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 more is 9. 2 times 8 is 16. Then I'm done with the 2, so I'll put the 0 here. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 1 more is 13. 8 times 3 is 24, plus 1 more is 25. 2, 17. Okay. And then 3 decimal places, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And you end up with the same answer. Okay? So it works either way. Take a screenshot of that if you need to look at it for longer. All right, number 5. Number 5 says that Joe ran 1 1/8 miles and Pete ran 3 1/6 miles. How many miles less did Joe run? So it looks like we're doing comparing, so we need to subtract. So I'm going to have 3 1/6 minus 1 1/8. Okay, need to find a common denominator. Excuse me. So you can set up your M for your least common multiple. I know that it's going to be 24, 6, 12, 18, 24, 8, 16, 24. So the smallest one they have in common is 24. So I'm just going to change it. So 6 times what gives me 24? It's 6 times 4. So then I need to do 1 times 4. And then I'm going to change this one. You can bring over your 3. And I'll bring over my 1. So 8 times what equals 24? Well, if I look over here, 8 times 1, 2, 3. So 1 times 3 is 3. And then we can compare. 4 24ths minus 3 24ths is 1 24ths. And 3 minus 1 is 2. So the difference is Joe ran 2 1/24 miles less than Pete. Okay, awesome job.